This video is brought to you by Granger Motors, where you can save up to $1,300 on a factory extended warranty on your new Ford or Ram, Jeep, Chrysler vehicle.
Well, time has come to finally sell our 2022 Ram 2500 Trailhound truck. But in this video, Alex, who's behind the camera, and I, we wanted to give you our long-term update. It's been 3 years. It's been about 35,000 miles. And would we buy this truck again? What do we love about this truck? And what do we dislike about this truck? So let's get going. We bought this truck brand new for the company in January of 2022. And it's a bighorn model, so it's not a tradesman, it's not the base truck. 4x4, of course, crew cab with a standard bed. And we really purchased it in order to help us build out our tumbleweed ranch. This was going to be our heavy-duty work truck. So here's a little bit of work that we did with it.
You know, you think I'm old school, right? Because I don't have a vehicle any newer than 92.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever used a backup camera.
Welcome to 2019. Actually, welcome to 2009. So 4,000 pound trailer, 7,000 pound Caterpillar means we're hauling 11,000 pounds. I was kind of looking forward to hauling that because that would have been 14, you know, want to test this truck out. But nevertheless, I think that's all we need. And 11,000 pounds is still heavy enough to, you know, give this guy a little bit of a workout, I think. We'll find out when we take this to the ranch. All right, David, I think we need to put it in tow haul mode and turn the exhaust/engine brake on.
Yeah, I agree.
So, can you tell it's back there?
Barely.
Barely, yeah.
Barely, Roman. It's amazing how quickly it shifts through the gears. And we're cruising at, we're going up a slight incline right here, and we're at 1,200 RPMs.
You can definitely feel it. I mean, you could feel that the suspension is a little bit more compressed, right? You've got a little bit softer ride now because it's not on its tippy toes anymore. But in terms of like quietness, right? If we're in your truck, it would be very loud.
Oh, yeah, it's 10 decibels less, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just amazed at how it can cruise at such a low RPM with this much weight. I was up to 15.2 miles per gallon while we were on the interstate.
Yeah.
As soon as I got off the interstate and I hit a few stop signs and stop lights and country roads, I went down to 13.8.
That's still pretty magnificent, you know?
It's pretty good.
Once we did a bunch of work with the truck and it was doing really, really well, we wanted to do something else. We wanted to turn it into a project, and we called it Trailhound. So we teamed up with several partners and friends. First of all, BDS suspension and Fox shocks. We gave this truck a small lift, BFG tires, KMC wheels, and then of course AEV bumpers with a very heavy duty winch. So basically what we did was we turned this truck into an off-roader, but did we ruin it in the process? Well, let's continue now. This is probably the main reason why we purchased this truck in the beginning. It's the engine. This is the Cummins turbo diesel, 6.7 liters of displacement, 370 horsepower, 850 pound-feet of torque. And this truck has been really, really good at towing. So we've done everything with it. Ike Gauntlet World's Toughest Towing Tests. We've done Denver 100 MPG towing tests against a Cybertruck, Hummer EV, you name it. We pulled the trailer with it. And also Alex and Case and our marketing director Grant have driven this truck to California probably 4 times. I don't know, 5 times?
At least, yeah. It's gone a bunch.
And it's been towing trailers. So how about this, Alex? Let's show a couple of those towing adventures, maybe a comparison against the Cybertruck, and maybe also one of the trips.
I'm gonna let off at 50 miles an hour at the top of the mountain, and we're gonna count brake applications. Cool. But because it's a diesel, we have tow haul mode, of course, and we have exhaust brake.
Yes, and you have the exhaust brake on auto.
I do.
That is too cool.
Look at this. You could see the exhaust brake coming on a little bit off and on.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Did you see that? It kind of spiked. So the exhaust brake came on just for a few seconds. And I have a gauge here that shows it in horsepower. On the way up the mountain, because the road is so broken up, we're testing suspension,
there you
of
go.
course power, right, and fuel efficiency as well.
Right, and we can see how much that trailer bounces on this crappy road.
Well, actually, the trailer has its own awesome suspension, so it should not be bouncing at all. Right now, I'm doing partial throttle. I'm maintaining 60 miles an hour, which is the speed limit. And of course, the perfect time up the mountain would be 8 minutes, right?
Yes, exactly. That's kind of the benchmark.
We're almost done, dude. The temperatures, as you can see, are still in check. Transmission is nice and cool. And I'll give you the final time. It is now.
8.05?
And here's my MPG, dude. Are you ready?
Yes.
6.1.
That's not fantastic, but I guess it's good. It's better than 3 like we used to with the big trailers.
Alex, what do you think? How does this truck tow?
It tows really well. Most of the time when we're towing, you can't really tell there's anything behind it.
Exactly, and we didn't ruin it, after lifting this truck and, putting the suspension, the tires, the big tires on it, it still does really well, but there's a but. It's not a high performance machine, right? So we've drag raced it against several other trucks several different times when the truck was stock and also when the truck was lifted. And this Cummins and the 6-speed RFE, 68 RFE transmission, even though it hasn't given us any trouble yet in 3 years, well, let's throw a drag race. It's not going to be good.
I'm driving a brand new 2022 Ford F-250 Powerstroke 6.7 liter crew cab 4x4. And Nathan, what are you in?
Big bad Chevy with a big bad Duramax.
And of course, I'm in the winning combination of Ram 2500 with the Cummins. So, Andre, what are the rules? 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive? Let us know. What's the rules? We're going to run it as if we were in the real world, which we are. Rear-wheel drive, but traction control disabled, so we can manage the power ourselves. Okay, traction control off. I'm going to win this one. I know this. All right, here we go. Come on, Ford. Oh, Nathan took off like a bat out of hell. No, I am floored.
Duramax says bye-bye.
But so close, so close. And here comes Andre. Come on, Cummins.
And I'm still eating, and this is weird. It's just getting used to going a further distance.
Quarter mile, 17:05. 17:05.
Well, yeah, as you saw there, this truck is not very quick, and maybe Ram will fix this with the next iteration, the 2025 Ram Heavy Duties. Maybe they'll do a different transmission. Maybe they'll do more power. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe they'll give this truck more performance. But Alex, what about reliability? So in general, this truck has been pretty good, but we've had several recalls and several trips to the dealership, right?
Yeah, a lot of recalls, but nothing catastrophic. It's never left us stranded. We've never had real issues with it. It's just a lot of manufacturer recalls.
Yeah, and so it's been a little bit inconvenient, but like you said, it never stranded us anywhere. Always started, even on a bad day like this, where it's icing and freezing and all that stuff. So it's been quite good, but what don't we dislike about this?
This is my least favorite part of the truck, is the Uconnect system. When it works, it's absolutely great. I think everything's easy to find in here. It's a good layout, but a lot of times it doesn't work how you want it to. So you'll change your theme and it'll reset itself. You'll set the time, it'll reset itself. And getting your phone to pair to CarPlay, when it works, it's really great. But a lot of times I'll have to sit in this truck and either hold both these buttons down for a while or turn the Bluetooth off on my phone. It just seems finicky to get your phone to connect to it.
Yeah, a little finicky, but overall, that's kind of a small thing, but it could be a big thing, right? Because we've driven lots of miles in it day in and day out. So like we said, it's been almost 3 years, and the factory warranty on this truck is running out. So what are we to do if we were to keep this truck? Well, a great solution is actually to call Granger Motors. You can use the link in the description of this video. They offer factory-backed extended warranties. So that includes the powertrain, the tech components, the Uconnect system. A lot of different components are covered. And you can get a great deal from Granger Motors because they're one of the biggest sellers of factory-backed warranties. You could save up to about $1,300 on some of those warranties, so check them out right now. You guys see this number? So this is the payload rating on this particular truck, or that's what it was when it was factory. Not enough, right? So Alex, we put a fifth wheel hitch in here. That weighs something, right? We put these Mopar components, added side steps, added a tonneau cover, added a few other items. That adds a little bit of weight. Of course, bigger tires, suspension components, bumpers, heavy bumpers, all that takes away at payload. And that's one of my biggest gripes about this truck. It didn't have enough payload to begin with, and now it even has less payload than it had. Hopefully Ram will fix this in the future.
Yeah, I think that's one of my biggest complaints too, because Case and I, one of our trips, we had 2 motorcycles in the bed, all the heavy bumpers, you know, all the equipment we put on this truck, and a trailer with the side-by-side on the back, and we were definitely pushing the limits of what this truck is rated for.
Yeah, but it still was stable, right?
Yeah, oh, it felt great. It's just we knew we were up at that limit.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully Ram just gives us a little bit more. But let's talk about off-road right now. We've used this winch for some recoveries at the ranch. That's been good. We also took this truck to Moab to compare it against a GM heavy-duty off-road truck and also a Ford off-road heavy-duty truck. And I would say this truck is good off-road. We did Thins and Things trail in Moab, but it's not great. It doesn't have a lot of articulation the way it sits here, and it's just so big and heavy, right, Alex?
Yeah, it's hard to see out of too. That's my biggest complaint off-roading this truck. Seeing over that hood is really difficult. Exactly,
and we don't have a fancy one. We don't have a front camera, right? We only have a reverse camera. So visibility can be poor off-road. But overall, this truck does off-roading. It's just not very good at it.
Yeah, it's a little heavy, a little clunky, but it gets pretty much anywhere you want it to. It's just hard to see, and you feel like you're driving a giant truck.
Oh no, David!
Really remote area, 125 miles of nothing but dirt and off-road trails.
Number one, we're testing the suspension on the Ram, which so far I'm pretty impressed with. But for me, it's just testing the endurance of your loaf of bread.
Yeah, it's very unpredictable. Will my van break down? You know, what's gonna happen?
When's the last person we saw? Like how many hours ago?
Like 3.5 hours ago?
Yeah, we haven't seen a car since.
Or a person of any kind.
Or a person.
You want to take it?
Yeah.
Look how we parked. Precisely.
I can't reach it, Andre.
What?
I can't reach it.
No, you're supposed to step on the step of the truck and do this stuff.
Well, the Giant can do it.
Andre the Giant?
Yep.
Are you going to run your heater tonight?
Maybe. That's pretty cool that they space it just enough.
See?
We have to go in order. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay?
Okay.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Top speed, baby! Woo! Oh, shoot! Rock coming up! Ah! Can we get there? Try to get him a little bit.
So at the end, let's talk about value of this truck. So we purchased it during COVID, so that was a pretty tough time and everything was expensive. We paid almost $68,000 for this truck. We also added a lot of value into it, at least from my standpoint, because we added, really solid bumpers, really great suspension, bigger tires, and some of the fun stuff on this truck. But now the value of this truck dropped a bit. So, and by the way, we are selling it like we said. We're basically done with it. We've done everything imaginable in this with this truck. So if you do want to purchase it, our asking price right now is about $49,900. $900, so right under 50 grand. And we think, you know, this truck has a lot of life left in it still, only about 35,000 miles. But Alex, would we do this again? Would we buy this truck again?
I think so. I think the fact that we've had it for almost 3 years kind of speaks to how good and reliable and useful it's been for us. We typically don't keep anything for 3 years, so it's pretty good.
No, I mean, we've only done that once before. We had a 2014 F-150 Raptor truck we kept for about 3 years, but then that was when the company was very young, and we usually keep trucks about 6 months or to 12 months period. So the fact that we kept it for 3 years, absolutely we would do it again. I would totally agree. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Check out alltfl.com for everything automotive in one place. Thank you.